Hello, I am Adalberto Cervantes Rodriguez. As you know, I am the creator of the ERP and business database technology that is used worldwide. And these technologies are used wrong by SAP, Oracle partners, small Indian consultants companies created in the United States, as well as almost all the clients. Has explained before in other programs, these technologies they were created wrong by bad copy, and basically what we have today is that almost all the data is wrong, and it's used even by presidents, by CEOs, and they are taking wrong decisions. You can see it as simple view worldwide. As well, the processes are totally incorrect, and all this is happening because they didn't use industrial engineering and they didn't apply any scientific methodology approach. So according with science and technology, all the processes, all the data is totally wrong. Today we're going to talk about the situation when I turn the red alert of terrorism in Mexico City. So this situation happened when I was hired by Infosys Technologies in Monterrey, Mexico. They told me to move from San Antonio, Texas to Monterrey, Mexico, and I started to work with them. What I identified is that these guys were part of as illuminati cell to try to destroy the United States at the same time as Mexico and maybe Latin American countries, businesses as well. How I found that is basically going to the website of the company and see that there were guys that were making a lot of money in India. So we're talking about a huge amount of money. So where is this money coming from? It's basically coming from the stolen taxes that they are doing with the Rothschild clearing banks located in Mexico, as well as doing a lot of frauds, working at the same time with the 5 accounting firms like KPMG, like Deloitte, like Pricewaterhouse, and others, and some of them sending the money to Scotland directly or other parts of the world. It might be China almost involved. Okay, these illuminati cells, as I told you before, they are created using unemployed people with a lot of expertises, and they were working with the illuminatis, but as the actor and actresses, they get rid of them. In this case, I think that they are not killed because they are in the lower position of the pyramid, as I think. So they reuse it again to try to have all these guys together to do the plannings, to identify situations or defects in the law system, as well as in the processes of corporates and government, churches, and even central banks. In that way, they can do a lot of things to make these small accounting and fiscal frauds. But as I said before, they want to entertain only the agencies worldwide, including the Mexican or the Americans, and they know it. The CIA knows that, okay, because they have detailed information. But as a result of all that, these guys interact with different kind of cells. I think cells in Mexico, cells in United States, cells in India, cells in China, in Russia, and other countries. So working together, but they are doing all these illegal businesses. But the big businesses, the huge businesses, are done in the central banks. And basically, our agencies are even the national security are not pinpoint this situation because they don't have the technology to do it, even than we have it at this time. With my technology and with industrial engineering supporting that technology, we can have, as I said before, a loss system created scientifically. As well, we can identify exactly which business process is done wrongly to have a debit and credit wrong, and put in jail all these guys. This is happening at this time. They started to happen after the Mayas defining the end of the war. But we need to get deeper, okay? And we need to make understand to the lawyers or attorneys and judges that are not part of this illuminati how to get rid of these guys in our system, because in other way they're going to destroy us, okay? So basically, Infosys, as part of that, I was really unprotected in Monterrey. Even I start complaining to the U.S. and Mexico, even with senators and others, and they didn't do anything. So I have to go to the embassy in Mexico City as a U.S. citizen, and also I was a contractor for the DEA. So I was there for several minutes, but what I see is that these guys of PGR, the Secretaría de Gobernación, and other agencies in Mexico and United States, they were following me from Monterrey, Nuevo León to Mexico City, and even they entered to the U.S. Embassy. So you can imagine that situation, that all the national security of both countries, they were investigating me because I was like more than an hour easily. And I didn't do anything, only I was waiting that these guys of the DEA, they can identify me as well as other agencies in the United States, like and also some like other, like the Department of Homeland Security and Department of State. I think that they really know even where I was living, my name and everything, without telling them anything. I find out that, for example, even the janitors working in the U.S. Embassy, of course they are Mexicans. They were agents, in fact. So they were telling me go outside of the U.S. Embassy. I mean, I am a U.S. citizen. They shouldn't tell me anything about leaving the U.S. Embassy, especially when I was threatened by all this, by the Secretaría de Gobernación, the PGR, and others, and as well as the mafias, because you know all this narco traffic, child trafficking, and others are managed at the state of government level. So what I did is to identify all these situations, and I was keep like that, and after there were some guys in the U.S. Embassy, definitely real Americans. There were no Jews, Christian Illuminati, fortunately. And at the end of the day, I have to go to the International Red Cross, because nobody wants to nobody wants to be involved about this threatening of my life. Basically there they identified that I was with high diabetes and maybe with other stuff. Okay, so I received like 4 plasma packs into my blood to clean all this poisoning than I have in Monterrey, Mexico. After that, I went to Nashville, Tennessee, and I was fine. But what they tried to do is to have me in mental hospital. In that way, they think that they were protected without be punishment because of these criminal acts. But this happens because going to the U.S. Going to the U.S. embassies and turning the red alert of terrorism in Mexico involves a lot of investigations. Not even at the time that I entered, but as well, I think that it's not finished yet, because a lot of people is involved, and this is like a domino game at this time, because I presented already the criminal suit, and the U.S. embassy, they know pretty well that that's the start of the processes to have all these guys in jail. Of course, it's involved Calderon, it's involved Clinton, and as I mentioned before, I think that Clinton is in mind control, and she didn't see the reality of Mexico and United States, and in fact, they are part of these illuminati crimes that are done in Mexico related with narco traffic, child trafficking, human traffic, organ trafficking, and all that, and have been controlled by the Jews for centuries. So this is really well known. As well, I identified these Indian companies like Infosys Technologies, Tech Mahindra, and I seen all the Indian companies, like as well Wipro, TCS, all of them. They are working basically to. It's like they working as an Illuminati cell. Okay, basically they want to enslave us, having this black box of the secret knowledge of the Illuminati, but as well they are doing the accounting and fiscal frauds, working with other cells. I identified the elites, the Jew Christian Illuminati elites in Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico. So these situations are covered up totally by the CIA at this time, and they tried to kill me several times in the United States, as you know. And you can see the videos basically that explain all the situation. At this time, I think that you will know that I turned the red alert of terrorism at the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. And the CIA is part of worldwide situations to cover up all this narco traffic, all this child trafficking, human trafficking, using Indian IT companies mainly, but there are others, the IBM, HP, all of them, they are involved. And as well, working with the mafias, working with Secretaría de Gobernación, like the CIA, working with the PGR and others. So what is happening, what they are covering up this situation. I sent in this video to Mr. Trump. I think that he's going to be the next president of the United States, definitely, because we cannot have criminals, psychopaths, homosexuals, because of the use of these reptile implants in the White House. Okay, it will be unbelievable to continue having this kind of people than when we already know all the information related with these Babylonian secret societies. So we have all the information. We have to be protected against them, because they try to kill us. More than 90% of the population. So I think that we're not going to allow it, and Mr. Trump has the opportunity for the first time to use my technology correctly and really define clearly the new law system, starting in United States and after worldwide. So you can imagine the changes that we're going to see worldwide. It's unbelievable what humanity can do using my technology, and we only need the right leader, and I think that it's going to be Mr. Trump. God bless you, and thank you very much for listening.